The industrial transformation of a fresh cucumber into a shelf-stable, crunchy pickle is a masterpiece of precision engineering, biological control, and high-speed automation. This journey begins in the vast agricultural heartlands of the United States, where specific pickling varieties such as Kirby cucumbers are grown for their thick skins and firm internal structures. The process is dictated by the clock. Once a cucumber is harvested by massive mechanical headers that strip the fruit from the vine, it begins to lose moisture and crispness. To combat this, the harvest is immediately loaded into ventilated transport trucks and rushed to the processing facility. This stage is critical because the crunch that consumers demand is a direct result of the vegetable's turgidity at the moment of initial processing. Upon arrival at the factory, the cucumbers enter a high-volume receiving area where they are transitioned from the dirt of the field to the sterile environment of the plant. The first line of defense is dry cleaning, where vibrating shaker tables and high-velocity air knives remove soil, stones, and vine debris. This is followed by a rigorous hydro-cooling and immersion wash. Submerging the cucumbers in chilled, agitated water serves a dual purpose. It scrubs away microscopic field contaminants and rapidly drops the vegetable's internal temperature, effectively locking in the cellular structure to prevent softening. Throughout this phase, industrial sensors monitor water chemistry, ensuring that food safety protocols are met before the cucumbers move deeper into the facility. Once cleaned and cooled, the cucumbers face an array of sophisticated sorting technologies. Automated grading rollers and high-speed optical sorters categorize the vegetables by diameter, length, and curvature. This ensures that only the most uniform specimens are selected for premium whole pickle jars, while outliers are diverted for slicing into spears or sandwich chips. Following sorting, the cucumbers undergo a brief but vital blanching process. Exposure to controlled steam or hot water slightly softens the outer tissue and deactivates natural enzymes that would otherwise cause the pickles to turn mushy over months of storage. This is a delicate balancing act. Too much heat results in a soft pickle, while too little allows enzymatic spoiling. The packaging phase is a marvel of synchronized motion. It begins with the depalletization of thousands of glass jars, which are inverted and sterilized with high-pressure steam. These pristine containers move onto a high-speed conveyor where they are dry-filled with the blanched cucumbers. Immediately after, a hot brine, a precise mixture of vinegar, salt, purified water, and a signature blend of aromatics like dill, mustard seed, and garlic, is injected into the jars. The vinegar acts as the primary preservative, lowering the pH level to a point where spoilage bacteria cannot survive. This brining station is often the most aromatic part of the factory, filled with the sharp scent of acetic acid and fresh herbs. Securing the product requires the creation of a hermetic vacuum seal. As the jars enter the capping machine, a blast of steam is injected into the headspace just before a metal lid is twisted on at high torque. When this steam later condenses, it pulls the lid downward, creating the vacuum that provides the characteristic pop when a consumer eventually opens the jar. To ensure absolute safety, every jar then passes through a dud detector that uses electromagnetic tapping or vacuum sensors to reject any container that failed to seal correctly. This mechanical vigilance is the factory's primary safeguard against post-processing contamination. The next stage, pasteurization, is the final biological hurdle. The sealed jars travel through a massive tunnel pasteurizer, where they are subjected to a specific lethality treatment of heat. By gradually raising the temperature of the jars and then cooling them back down, the factory ensures that any remaining microorganisms are destroyed without overcooking the cucumber. This process is monitored by complex SCADA, supervisory control, and data acquisition, systems that track the temperature of every zone within the tunnel. Once they emerge, the jars are dried by high-powered air blowers, leaving the glass surface clean and ready for the final aesthetic touches. In the labeling and coding area, the product takes on its commercial identity. High-speed labeling machines wrap brand-specific graphics around the glass with millimetric precision, while inkjet printers stamp each lid with a traceability code and expiration date. These codes allow the manufacturer to track a single jar back to the specific farm and date it was harvested. Quality control technicians perform random pull tests, checking the brine acidity and the snap of the cucumber to ensure the batch meets the brand's rigorous standards. Any jar that doesn't meet the visual or structural requirements is shunted off the line, ensuring only the highest quality product reaches the consumer. The final industrial step involves secondary packaging and logistics. Automated case packers group the jars into cardboard trays, which are then shrink-wrapped in clear plastic for stability. Robotic palletizers stack these cases into towering cubes, which are then wrapped in stretch film and moved by forklifts to the shipping docks. From here, the pickles are distributed to grocery stores and marts across the country. In the retail environment, the jars are faced on the shelves, their vibrant green contents and golden brine catching the eye of the shopper. This long journey, from a dusty field to a sterile factory and finally to a consumer's kitchen, is a testament to the efficiency and safety of modern food manufacturing, ensuring that a simple cucumber can be enjoyed as a crisp, flavorful pickle at any time of the year.
This image serves as the bridge between industrial precision and the simple, everyday enjoyment of the consumer.